There is a moment in life when the heart feels heavy and everything seems unclear. In these moments, it may feel as though the warmth of life has dimmed, as though the light is far away and unreachable. Yet, in truth, even in the quiet of your pain, there is a gentle presence surrounding you, an unseen embrace from the universe itself. It does not judge your tears, nor does it rush your healing. It simply waits, patient and loving, until you are ready to take the next small step. Sometimes that step is not about fixing or changing anything right now, but simply about allowing yourself to breathe, allowing yourself to be exactly where you are, knowing that nothing in this moment is wrong with you. You are simply a soul passing through a tender season, and that season will change. When you allow your feelings to exist without trying to hide them or push them away, you open a door to gentle transformation. Pain is not here to break you, it is here to speak to you. It arrives like a visitor at your door, holding messages you might not yet understand. In the beginning, it can feel like an unwelcome guest, loud, insistent, and difficult to bear. But when you soften your resistance and listen, you might begin to see that within its hands, pain carries the seeds of new wisdom. It is like the rain that falls during a storm. At first, all you notice is the cold, the darkness, the way the wind presses against your skin. But deep within the soil, life is being nourished. Roots are drinking in the water that will later allow blossoms to bloom. Your soul, too, is being nourished in ways you cannot yet see. You do not need to force meaning onto your pain right away. Sometimes the greatest act of love you can give yourself is simply to acknowledge, yes, this hurts, and I am still safe to feel it. In this way, you begin to take away the fear that pain often carries with it. You create a safe space inside where you can be honest with yourself without judgment. This is where the softest kind of healing begins, the kind that doesn't rush or demand, but patiently unfolds. As you do this, you are building a foundation of trust with your own heart. You are telling yourself, I will not abandon you in your darkest hour. Pain often feels like a weight pressing down on the chest, like a tightness that makes it hard to take a full breath. But when you bring gentle awareness to it, the weight begins to shift. The moment you stop resisting and allow your breath to soften into that space, you are already transforming the experience. You may notice that as you sit with it, the pain becomes less of an enemy and more of a messenger. And in time, the message will become clear. For now, simply knowing that it holds meaning is enough. To trust the universe when you are in pain is not about pretending the pain is pleasant. It is about knowing that beneath the surface, life is still working for you. The seasons do not forget to change. The sun does not forget to rise. The tides do not forget to return to shore. Life has an order that is far greater than our momentary understanding, and you are part of that order. You are being carried even when you cannot feel the arms that hold you. Letting go or surrender is often misunderstood. Many believe it means giving up, but it is the opposite. It is a deep act of courage. It is saying, I choose to trust the flow of life more than my fear. Surrender is like a river that releases its grip on the rocks and allows the current to guide it toward the ocean. The river does not know the exact turns it will take, but it knows the water will carry it exactly where it is meant to be. Your life, too, has this flow. When you loosen your grip on needing to know all the answers, you make space for something greater to guide you. In moments of struggle, the mind often wants to cling to control. It wants to plan, to predict, to protect. But control can become a heavy chain, keeping you bound to fear and anxiety. Surrender breaks that chain. It invites you to place your trust in the unseen intelligence that moves the stars, that grows the flowers, that breathes life into every living thing. It invites you to rest in the knowing that you are part of something vast, loving, and wise. Think of a seed. It begins in darkness, hidden beneath the earth, with no sign of sunlight. Yet, within that darkness, it surrenders to the soil. It does not fight the conditions it is in. It allows the process to happen. Slowly, it begins to open. Slowly, it begins to grow toward the light it cannot yet see. Your healing is much like that seed's journey. The soil may feel heavy now, but it is nurturing you. It is preparing you to rise. Trusting the universe's timing can be one of the hardest things to do when you are hurting. The heart wants immediate relief, immediate answers. But life's rhythm does not always match our urgency. There are seasons of growth and seasons of stillness. Just as winter trees appear bare yet are quietly gathering strength for spring, you may feel empty now, but something new is forming within you. The pause you are in is not wasted time. It is sacred preparation. When you align yourself with this truth, your inner restlessness begins to soften. You begin to see that every delay, every pause, every detour holds purpose. Just as the sun rises at the perfect moment and not a second sooner, so too will your own breakthrough come when it is ready. And in the meantime, your work is to trust, to keep your heart open, and to allow the healing to happen in its own gentle time. This trust is a practice. It is not a single choice, but a choice you make again and again. When the mind begins to doubt, when fear tries to return, you can place your hand over your heart and breathe deeply, whispering to yourself, "I let go. I trust life to guide me." These words are not magic because they erase the pain. They are magic because they remind you of the truth that has been here all along. You are safe to let go. You are safe to be carried. And as you surrender, the weight you have been holding begins to lift, little by little, making space for peace to find you again. When the heart is caught in struggle, it is easy to believe that relief will only come once everything is under control. Yet holding on too tightly to how life should look, how outcomes must unfold, creates tension that blocks the very healing you long for. Control can feel like protection, but in truth, it is often fear in disguise. The mind tries to build walls so nothing can go wrong, but those same walls can keep out what is meant to help you grow. Releasing the need to control does not mean abandoning your hopes. It means loosening your grip so life can breathe new possibilities into them. There is a deep exhale that comes when you allow yourself to release what is not yours to carry. Imagine for a moment your hands holding something heavy, clutching it with all your strength because you fear what might happen if you let go. The weight grows heavier with every hour, not because it has changed, but because you have carried it too long. The moment you set it down, your hands are free, your arms are free. You can open them wide to receive something new. This is what happens inside when you choose trust over control. You create room for guidance, healing, and peace to enter. One of the simplest ways to practice this release is through your breath. Sit in stillness, place your hand gently over your heart, and take a slow, full breath in. Hold it for a moment, and as you exhale, picture the tightness, the shoulds, the fears flowing out of you. Each exhale is a small surrender. You can softly affirm, "I let go and trust life to guide me." Say it not as a demand, but as a kindness to yourself, allowing the words to sink into your being. Over time, this becomes a habit, a quiet way of returning to trust when fear starts to rise. This choice to release control also brings relief to the body. The mind and body are inseparable. What you hold in one is felt in the other. The muscles in the neck, the shoulders, the jaw, they all carry the weight of unspoken worry. Letting go is not just an emotional act, it is a physical one. As you soften your mind, your body begins to loosen and you create space for vitality to return. Your body is always listening to your thoughts. Every unkind belief, every repeated fear leaves an imprint. In the same way, loving and trusting thoughts create an environment in which the body can relax and heal. Think of your mind as the gardener and your body as the soil. If you plant seeds of doubt and fear, the soil becomes tight and unyielding. But when you plant seeds of kindness, trust, and love, the soil loosens and life has room to grow. A simple practice to deepen this connection is a gentle body scan. Close your eyes and bring your awareness from the top of your head down to your toes, noticing any areas that feel tense or tired. When you find a place holding tightness, imagine sending it warm light and say softly within, "It's safe for you to relax now." This is not just relaxation, it is communication with your body, telling it that you are willing to work together for your healing. As you build this relationship with yourself, you open space for another quiet gift, inner guidance. The mind's chatter often drowns out the gentle voice of wisdom within. When you release control and soften the body, you make space for that voice to be heard. It might come as a thought that feels calm and steady, a sudden sense of clarity, or a soft knowing in your heart. This is the language of the soul, and it speaks most clearly when there is stillness inside. To invite this guidance, you might spend a few minutes each day writing freely in a journal. Let your thoughts flow onto the page without judgment or editing. As you write, questions may surface, questions about your path, your healing, or your next step. Write them down and leave room for the answers to appear in their own time. They may not come immediately, but the act of asking with an open heart sends a signal to the universe that you are ready to listen. In these moments, you can also repeat a gentle reminder to yourself, "I am open to receiving the wisdom of the universe." This affirmation is an invitation, a way of letting life know you are ready to be guided in ways that may surprise you. You are no longer insisting that things unfold exactly as you planned. Instead, you are allowing the possibility that something even better might be waiting. Pain can narrow your vision, making it hard to see beyond the hurt. But when you trust enough to loosen your hold, your vision begins to widen. You start to notice small signs of beauty, a kind word from a stranger, a moment of stillness that feels safe, a quiet sense of hope that returns without warning. These are not accidents. They are reminders that you are not alone in your journey. The more you create space through release, the more you will notice that life has been speaking to you all along, patiently waiting for you to hear. There comes a point when the pain you once thought would drown you begins to feel different. It hasn't vanished, but it has softened, transformed into something you can hold without it breaking you. This is the quiet work of trust. The moment you stopped fighting every wave and allowed yourself to float, the current began to carry you toward places of peace you could not see before. In this gentle space, you can begin to transform pain into growth, not by denying what has happened, but by letting what you've learned become the soil for a stronger, kinder version of yourself. Every wound can become a doorway. The sharpness of loss, the weight of disappointment, the ache of longing, each holds within it the possibility of deeper compassion, richer understanding, and unshakable strength. Pain can harden the heart if it is met with bitterness, but when met with openness, it can polish the soul until it shines with wisdom. Picture a flower growing through a crack in the pavement. The world around it is rough and unyielding, yet it reaches toward the light with grace. Your spirit has this same resilience. The circumstances may have been hard, but the life within you is always reaching toward something greater. One way to work with this transformation is through visualization. When you feel weighed down, close your eyes and imagine the pain as a heavy stone in your hands. See yourself holding it with love, acknowledging its presence, and then watch as it begins to dissolve into light. Let that light spread through your body, filling every cell with warmth. This practice is not about pretending the pain never existed. It is about changing the way it lives within you. You are no longer carrying it as a burden. You are allowing it to become part of your strength. In the middle of change, daily practices become anchors. They are small acts of love that keep you steady when emotions rise and fall. A simple morning gratitude practice can shift your perspective before the day even begins. Each morning, place your feet on the floor, take a deep breath, and name 3 things you are grateful for, no matter how small. A warm cup of tea, the sound of birds, the softness of your bed. Gratitude doesn't erase what's difficult, but it opens a window for joy to slip in. Mirror work is another powerful tool. Stand before your reflection and look into your own eyes, even if it feels uncomfortable at first. Speak kind words to yourself. You are doing beautifully. I love you. I believe in you. These words might feel unfamiliar in the beginning, but the more you say them, the more your heart begins to believe. They plant seeds of self-love that grow stronger with each passing day. Evening reflection can help you release what the day has held. Before you sleep, close your eyes and review the moments of your day, finding at least one thing you did well, one choice you made with love, one time you showed kindness to yourself or another. This creates a sense of peace before rest, letting your mind and body settle into the safety of the night. And through it all, know this: you are never walking alone. The universe has been with you in every tear, every deep breath, every quiet step forward. Even in the times when you could not feel it, love was wrapped around you. It is here now as you read these words, and it will be here in every tomorrow. Life is not asking you to be perfect, only to be willing to take one small step toward trust, one small breath into peace, one small choice toward loving yourself more deeply. There will still be days when the ache returns, and that is okay. Healing is not a straight path. It is a spiral that brings you back to the same places with new eyes. Each time you return, you see the pain differently. You see how far you've come, how much softer your heart has become toward yourself, how much more willing you are to rest in the flow of life. So let this be your truth. Even in pain, you are not lost. Even in uncertainty, you are guided. And even when you cannot see the full picture, the universe is gently arranging it for your highest good. You are safe to trust, safe to release, safe to grow. If it feels right, you can end this moment with a final affirmation spoken slowly and with love. Even in my pain, I am safe, loved, and guided. Let these words sink into you like warm sunlight. Carry them in your heart as you move forward, knowing that each step you take is part of your healing, and each breath you breathe is proof that you are still here, still worthy, still surrounded by love.